Cypress Fairbanks Independent School District presents 12 Critical Elements of PBIS Level 1, Part 1 of 3. We will explore the 12 critical elements of PBIS. When these 12 critical elements are balanced, schools have a framework of positive behavior supports for every aspect of the school. Everyone uses language and tactics to energize the behaviors we want to see and to limit the behaviors that aren't helping the student. Campuses can celebrate successful implementation of PBIS when all 12 elements are put into active practice. In Part 1, we'll cover PBIS teams. We'll then discuss staff buy-in. And we'll finish up with school-wide expectations. We'll start with some foundational knowledge regarding PBIS. PBIS is a framework using evidence-based prevention and intervention practices. These supports focus on teaching proactive skills to reduce discipline. PBIS is not bribery. It's not just giving out points. And it is not ignoring inappropriate behaviors. PBIS does focus on systems, or how things are done. The focus should be team-based problem solving, always considering long-term sustainability. PBIS focuses on data, or how decisions are made. Decisions should be made based on analyzing many types of data. Lastly, PBIS focuses on practices, how the staff interacts with students. This should be done through direct teaching of expectations, along with positive reinforcements. We'll begin with our first critical element, your PBIS Leadership Team. Your PBIS team helps drive your initiative forward, both school-wide and at the classroom level. Their efforts are crucial to the success of your PBIS in your school. Perhaps the most important part of creating a PBIS team in your school is assuring everyone is on the same page. It's critical for team members to understand the purpose of the team. After all, you're asking staff members to give up some of their free time to serve in this capacity, so they must be supportive of the initiative. Who should be on your PBIS team? An effective PBIS leadership team should have individuals who represent the various groups in your building. Depending on your school's makeup, this team should include an administrator, such as an assistant principal, several teacher representatives, one from each grade level, or one from each department if you're on a secondary campus, behavior expertise, such as a counselor or a behavior coach, a parent representatives, and for high schools, even a student representative. Now, let's talk about the roles that need to be filled as it relates to having your PBIS leadership team meetings. We'll start with your team leader. We often recommend that you have co-leaders so that each person only serves a 2-year term. Having the position rotate allows for you to always have one person who has experience. The experienced person will train the new co-leader, which cuts down on burnout. The team leader job duties include establishing and communicating meeting dates, creating the agenda, organizing subcommittees, and reviewing minutes from each meeting. Another key position is the minutes recorder, who is responsible for recording the information shared at each meeting and posting the minutes for the committee members to review. The timekeeper is an important position, as PBIS leadership team meetings are usually no longer than 30 minutes. Keeping the meetings on track, using predetermined blocks of time, allows for each subcommittee to give their report. The data specialist is a key position, as all decisions are based on the various types of data. The data specialist provides reports and/or graphs to help the team assess the effectiveness of each initiative. Data should be shared with the staff members on a monthly basis. The communications representative creates and collaborates on the campus newsletters. They also coordinate parent, student, and staff surveys. This person will also provide website information to help your stakeholders better understand PBIS. Having an administrator serve as a member on your PBIS leadership team
will allow for decisions to be made much more expediently. They'll be able to provide guidance for event dates and have the ability to approve financial decisions. If you have a behavior coach, they should serve as a committee member for the PBIS Level 1 committee so that they're free to serve as the PBIS team lead for Level 2. We'll now discuss critical element number 2, staff buy-in. It's important for you to review your campus mission statement and show the staff how PBIS supports your campus mission. We previously discussed who should sit on your PBIS leadership team, but I'd like to expand your thoughts regarding spreading the work so that no one or two people become burned out. This example shows your 2 teacher co-leaders, and the triangles represent 7 additional teachers serving as activity leads or subcommittee leads. Of course, the number of people used for this example are just that, an example. You'll notice the small purple circles represent additional staff that help each of the activity or subcommittee leaders. Some schools choose to have half their staff serve in the fall and the other half serve in the spring. Some campuses require everyone on campus to be part of the PBIS team all year long. Of course, this is a campus-based decision. This example is meant for you to think about how much participation is necessary for your campus to plan and implement a successful PBIS initiative, along with long-term sustainability without burning out your staff members. Subcommittees are necessary to spread the workload and have meaningful input from staff. We've listed a few suggested committees on the screen. The student and staff incentive committees are pretty standard across all campuses. The lesson plan committee should be one of your largest committees so that many people can split the lessons that need to be made. Having your staff participate in planning and implementation will increase buy-in from the staff. One activity that you can do to increase staff buy-in is to review each of the matrix areas. This example is for the cafeteria. Having the staff rotate through each matrix area, providing feedback on what went well and what could use some improvement, has proven invaluable. The most important part of this activity is the PBIS leadership team reviewing the feedback and implementing the staff suggestions. Whether it's the initial kickoff of PBIS on your campus or just another beginning of the year, be sure to provide a task list with implementation deadlines to ensure each task is completed in a timely manner. As the teachers begin to teach the PBIS lessons, it will be important to have a way to track and reinforce teachers for completing their weekly lessons. Everyone benefits from total participation. Ideally, fidelity should be at or above 80% among your staff. A successful PBIS initiative relies on accurate data, a committed PBIS team, and staff who have buy-in and are committed. The third critical element is school-wide expectations. These goals should be specific and observable, yet broad enough that all students can accomplish them regardless of grade level. Your consolidated matrix can look like this, very straightforward. Or like this one that has more of a visual appeal. Either is fine for a consolidated matrix. It is, however, imperative that you pull each area into an individual matrix, like the one shown here, which make it easier for students to read. Teachers will find it easier to pre-teach, correct, and praise using the classroom matrix when it's on a larger piece of paper. To summarize, in the first critical element, we reviewed the importance of having the right people on your PBIS leadership team by including staff from all areas of your campus. And we went into detail about specific positions that will help your committee meetings be effective and run more smoothly. In the second critical element, we discussed the importance of staff buy-in and reviewed an activity to help with this process. We also discussed the number of people necessary to implement a successful PBIS initiative with long-term sustainability without burning out your staff members. Remember to inspect what you expect. For the third critical element, the takeaway should be that having each area matrix displayed individually will make it easier for the teachers to pre-teach, correct, and praise, which is in line with the PBIS focus of how your staff should interact with students through direct teaching of expectations, along with positive reinforcements. Be sure to continue on to part 2 of 12 critical elements, where we'll cover behavioral instruction, systems for recognition, consistent implementation, and professional development. Thank you for taking time to view our professional development on demand.